there, it's Kevin with Gunroll Games. Another day. I guess you guys like my daily little vlogs. So you can watch the dogs interrupt my video by not needing a drink, then all of a sudden when I start recording, gotta slurp up some drink and see you later, Bruce. Have a good life. As he gives me the look. So anyway, like I said, I'm back from the dead. Had a pretty couple rough weeks there. Got a little infection and I lost 9 pounds in 6 days. So if I'm looking a little bit sluggish, looking like a skeleton, that's my issue. So we're back on track though, to running the good old store. And I guess today I'm just gonna, I don't know, shoot the breeze, talk about, I guess I had to do some Star Wars. So Star Wars Unlimited is coming out with a set number 3. And this will be the make or break, in my opinion, for the set. So we had set number 1 that actually sold through the roof and was actually very, very hard to supply. I had people calling from Phoenix, Arizona, trying to get our supply. So the speculators and the fan speculators, whatever you want to call it, were very ravenous for the Star Wars Unlimited. Then this sucker came out, the Star Wars Shadow of the Galaxy. And it now is still doing okay, but the box prices of it and the demand for it has gone completely down to the fact that I actually still have it in stock. So that's a big difference. Kind of reminds me of Lorcana. So Lorcana's first set, same thing. Second set had a really high demand as well, and the market was able to absorb it, which is, I could say the same thing for Star Wars Shadow of the Galaxy. But the third set is where they struggled. And I think they had to do some reassessing with even Lorcana. So I'm hoping Fantasy Flight they have been very cautious with this game. And they're doing the right things. They're posting big tournaments. They're hosting pre-releases. They are listening to feedback, which I guess, maybe can teach old dogs new tricks, because that was kind of the problem I had with both Lorcana and Star Wars Unlimited, is they were both run by companies that notoriously didn't seem to care as much as I think they should have, of trying to organize like a play and stuff. Like Fantasy Flight's just been notorious for just kind of like pushing out different IPs and then just kind of not really supporting them as much as I think they should. And I mean, Fantasy Flight's been around forever, but I think one of the reasons is they've just been really banking on, like I said, IPs of like Marvel and Star Wars for a long time here. So I believe we should be having another announcement soon about Lorcana's, like, they're up to their 6th set now. So I guess that's kind of the topic I want to talk to is, are we under a bubble with the amount of TCGs out there? I know that like Equestrials just came out. Isn't it called Equestrials or something like that? And there's another one that came, 2 of them that came out, 2 kind of cutesy games. One released by Asmodee and one released by, I can't remember what. But I mean, they're trying to be this like ultra casual, both of them kind of these casual. And we have Sorcery that's also coming out too. And why am I getting, Zach's trying to like bribe the dogs with treats.
I'm not trying to bribe him, I feel bad. We were mean to him.
How was I mean to him?
Not mean.
Oh, you were mean to him.
Sad.
Oh, we had to check him. He had some little wound and we had to check buttons. And now he's being a baby. Because this dog is the biggest baby ever when you have to check him for stuff. But we love him. We love the good old buttons. But anyway, so that's where I'm kind of at with these games. Like, I'd be very careful. This is going to be the make or break for Star Wars Shadow of the Galaxy. And Sorcery set number 2 is still unproven. So, we know what happens with games that have huge hype. Don't let me remind everyone of the MetaZoo. Now, of course, MetaZoo is a lot different than the games that have incredible IPs like Shadows of the Galaxy or Star Wars and Lorcana. Of course, there will always be Star Wars fans. There will also always be Disney fans. And you got to give credit where credit's due. I think both Fantasy Flights and Lorcana have gone above expectations of what I thought they would run these games. Like, they are both really encouraging organized play, and it seems like they are doing their due diligence to try to run those communities. So, hats off. I respect where respect is due. Pokemon, same thing. Pokemon starts to, I was trying to help a buddy, was trying to look for just packs to give out for Halloween and didn't want to give out those trick or trade packs that are super, super cheap. So he's looking for like the cheapest way to source Pokemon packs. I'm like, oh, just Scarlet Violet. Those packs were going for like $1.50 at one point. And we went and looked at all the pricing, and there actually isn't a good way to source cheap Pokemon packs right now too. So we might be turning a corner with Pokemon to where it's actually viable again. To start carrying and having faith in Pokemon. I've noticed a big uptick in sales here for Pokemon at our store. It seems like people are getting excited to actually chase cards and whatnot. So everything's on the up and up. When we hear all this doom and gloom about the economy and disposable income. I've talked to a couple of restaurant owners, and their sales are quite down, and food prices are up, and so there are some factors that I think are going to really hurt sales in the future. However, I still think that the one sector that really hasn't gone up from inflation has been TCGs. So I actually think that collectibles in general and card games in general are still comparatively cheaper than their counterparts now that movies and restaurants and all those things have gone up. So companies might have to bite the bullet and as I said in my other video, increase costs for pass it on to the consumers. I'm sure all of their costs have gone up. So anyway, what does everyone want to talk about in this one? You want to take a look at all this stuff I've got holding on to my big old mess of here. So a lot of times this is all stuff that's going out to patrons that have ordered some board games. And what are these suckers? Oh yeah, they came out with these little square boulders. The Squarios from Ultimate Guard, I believe. These are kind of cool. What else we got going on in here? We got some One Piece that came in. I'm actually getting some people that are still playing some Arkham Horror. So, like I said, we offer everything here at Gonor Games. We love to play board games. We love to find even things like big, massive playmats. And yeah, it's kind of fun. Always fun. It makes my day kind of browsing through catalogs and trying to find some fun things that people are into. Looks like we got some booster bundles in from Shrouded Fable. This set's not aging that well. Things that are aging well, though, this sucker's out. This sucker's gone. There are no more Bloomborough collector boosters from any distributors. So I am down to just 3. So unfortunately, I cannot offer them anymore. And I'm thinking they're going to kind of follow the trajectory of the Ixalan and the Wowsville Drain that have both gone just through the roof. I'm going to have to mention, Zach's going to have to increase the price if we even have any of those collectors left, because those are getting very expensive. So let's do a walk through the store. I don't know if my board gamers like being on camera, but we'll go. Usually I'm playing with them, but like I said, I'm not feeling too hot today still. Losing 9 pounds sucks, so I've just had no energy to really do anything. So excuse our mess here. One of these days we'll clean up the back room. We got Chloe and Buttons that are chilling through here, and we got Zach that I've told he should start his own channel or start doing stuff for videos, and he says no way, he's not going to do it. But what is he? He's back here. You are painting.
Yes. Someone wants a 3D commander for the Swarm Lord.
A 3D commander for the Swarm Lord. I don't even know what that means. But here's all his paints. This is what an artiste looks like. It's always a mess. Yeah, that's, I guess, one of the problems with Zach and I is you have 2 creative personality types, and we are pure chaos. So both Zach and mine works the same way. We do tasks in bits. So instead of sitting down and doing one thing at a time, it's I'll sort cards for 10 minutes, then I'll go do orders for 10 minutes, and I'll go do. So things get done. They just get done in a very chaotic way. So speaking of sorting, we should buy one of those sorting machines, huh? This is all the sorting that we have to do right here. This is all stuff that is still unsorted, needs to be. All this Pokemon, eventually need to get to all this Pokemon. We quit really caring, and no one buys Pokemon singles, and they do, it's just chase cards. So we have a binder full of the chase cards, but I don't actively buy and sell in Pokemon. This is just stuff people will come in and they'll be like, hey, I want to sell my Pokemon collection. We'll just kind of offer them kind of market price for stuff the best we know. And this stuff has been building up. There's actually quite a few old cards in this mess here. We found some $100 cards in here before. Just one of the things of this is, again, this is how this is cards that came in from someone just wanting to get rid of cards, from Magic cards, and a shoebox of random cards from what is this, New Phyrexia and Scars and Mirrodin age. So, running a game store. Kind of crazy what comes through the door. Another thing we've noticed too is there something going on in the sports cards market? Because man, oh man, there have been so many people in the past few days of coming in. Do you sell sports cards? And that's something in this area we've never really even cared to carry here. So anyway, a lot of people want to see some more of Zach's little 3D prints he's been working on. So these are little dice. This actually locks. So a 3D print that locks, and he does some cool stuff like painting and whatnot. So let's go back here and bother the board gamers real quick and see what's up, see what's back in here. Maybe we don't want to.
There's one other one, but I've never seen their work. But I've seen it is really good.
You should not wear it.
No, we won't bother them. Don't want to ruin their moods in there. So anyway, so that's kind of what's going on here today. Not too much, like I said, to talk about. We'll have Dustmorn coming out Dustmorn is a set for Magic the Gathering I think is going to be not as well received as Bloomburrow, but I think it's, I don't know, people are saying the theme is definitely falling flat. It's kind of like how Wizards of the Coast like missed the mark on both the cowboy theme as well as the whatever they were trying to do with the detective theme. It was just a little bit too, I don't know. I don't know the right word to use for it, but I'm pretty excited about Dustmorn. I think that the spoilers look pretty good. I think Magic is still in a great place. One of the things that I'm really liking about Magic is the resurgence of Standard and Modern and Pioneer, which I've seen some comments in the last video. This like Magic is just, you know, Commander is now Magic. Not the sales data. The sales data that's really driving you in Bloomburrow is a lot of Standard play. And I think there's a excitement in the air again for kind of the 1v1 formats, which is good because I think that for Magic to be successful, it needs to have both. It needs to have the appeal to the casuals, but it also still needs to have that original Magic 1v1 cutthroat type game that it was balanced to be or designed to be. And, you know, I always used to say they're like board gamers, like a lot of times board gamers will play things like Warhammer. I mean, they'll be in a lot of different games, but it's like they won't touch Magic. And the Commander players, though, the Commander players seem to have like more of an overlap with board games and Warhammer and D&D. And it seems like the Magic players, like 1v1 Magic players, have more of an overlap with like League of Legends and other, you know, like first-person shooters and things like that. So it's kind of interesting with the demographics in games, what appeals to what. So I think that Magic needs to have an appeal to both of the more, like I said, the ultra casual crowd and the cutthroat crowd. And so it is very exciting that now it seems that people are getting excited again about 1v1 Magic. So anyway, I think I've rambled enough today. Let me know more specifically what you want to see, and I can direct my attention in these videos towards any questions people might have, or again, what more they want to see with these type of videos. So appreciate everyone coming along on the journey with me today, and hopefully I'll get feeling better in the next few days and gain back some weight and get back on track with everything. This has been Kevin with Gone Games. Thanks for watching.